A very good day, everyone. We are live now, and as the title would say, it's only in this country, Philippine, that corruption has been an art and a science. That's why they even have a department or a government entity called Department of the Ombudsman and the PCGG, Good Government and Healthy Lifestyle. I don't know what it is, but PCGG, Philippine Government Commission for Good Government. Why would you have those departments? It is because of the corruption of all. It's from the barangay level to the city government to the national government. Everybody is so corrupt. They say that you enter politics as a poor man and you will come out a millionaire or multimillionaire when you come out in the Philippines. The marcoses is a prime example of that. They were not rich people, they were landlords just like us, just like my grandparents. But as far as being millionaires in the first place, they were not. However, the problem with that is this: after about a few years in government, he became so corrupt and so dedicated to corruption, and and he prolonged that corruption to his sons and the sons' sons or grandkids. The Dutertes are mind-boggling too, and they are corrupt. They have they have the magical hands, the hands where the money just disappears into thin air, and you hold them accountable. They tell you so many stories about what happened to to the money. So unbelievable, these people. So there's nobody in the Philippine political scene that you can uh, say is non-corrupt. As long as these people, these clans, uh, take hold of government decision making, there will be no progress in the Philippines. Nothing will happen. Matter of fact, if you look at it closely, these things are about the recent things about flood control projects and all that. It's been going on for years, for God's sake. That's why I was saying before that every time I mean, there's an average, according to them, average 24 cyclones or typhoons that visit the Philippines every year. But each time they have a big typhoon, they have nothing. I mean, they don't have a plan. It seems to me that you're left on your own, and even if you have all kinds of funding nowadays, nothing happens because I have given examples a long time ago about how this thing works. Even a long time ago, even before this term, uh, I talked about it in one of my blogs in here about corruption from these people, and true enough, the gullible electors our people of the Philippines elected the corrupt Marcos, and that is so sad. Why the people? I already warned people a long time ago. I warned them do not vote because corruption will just be prolonged. Well, nobody listened, so who suffers? All of you now, you go up in arms. Yes, let's strike. Let's get them out of power and all that. That's too late. Do you think they did learn from the Marcos Senior? You have to carry them alive or dead or alive out of the office in Malacanang or whatever to get rid of them. For as long as they are in there, nothing will happen. And for the Dutertes, it's a mind-boggling. Uh, is the corruption that they do is same as the Enrile. Enrile was corrupt, so corrupt. He decimated the lumber logging in the north unabated because he was so corrupt. Check this out. When he was the Depart, Defense Secretary of Marcos and he knew about all these killings, he when the revolution, the People Power Revolution 1986 came about, check what happened to him. He did a clever thing. He rose up with the opposition. Yay! Laban para kay Marcos. So he, his face became now he became a rebel because the people who were in the opposition would have skinned him alive had he been with the Marcos. So he turned sides. He has his thin skin and his skin that he knew that was coming. So you know what he did? He became a traitor to his boss, Marcos, because he knew that his ass would be chewed by the crowds and by the people who were against Marcos. He was so identified with Marcos and Ver, the chief of staff of Marcos. They were all with him until the last day. He he turned around and said, "Hey, you're on your own. I'll be in opposition." And when he was in the opposition, he again showed his face with the advent when the opposition was losing face, and him too. He again went back to his Marcus ways, and he favored the junior Marcus. That's a what a shame. It was not a good politician. Sorry. So again, the Dutertes again are take that example. They just hoodwink the Filipino people when that Department of Education money got lost in 11 days, 125 million. How much more if you've taken these people if they are going to be staying in that position for the longer time? Give them more time, just like Marcus. They will pull it up as a an art and a science of corruption, of getting money out of government without doing anything. People in customs during the time of of Duterte were all corrupt. Oh gosh, you just cannot imagine how many people in the Duterte regime also got rich because of corruption. It is just so amazing that these things happen with the Philippine government. That's why you have that Department of Ombudsman to fight against corruption, because that's the only country in the world that has a Department of Corruption. China has no equivalent because they are 90%, even though it's a single party government, at least the corruption is minimal compared to the Philippines. As one politician once said to me, if only the Philippines would have a 50% corruption instead of the 90% corruption, things will progress. True enough, in the West, England, Canada, Australia, the United States, you have corruption. Nobody is immune from corruption. These people who are corrupt in this country are exposed, they're and they're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. In the Philippines, you're corrupt. You took money. You people know that you have already taken the money, but you know what? Because of the system that's corrupt, nobody cares. Who suffers? The public suffers. The money that is taken away. They don't care, because you know why? It's not their money, it's the people's money. So who cares? So if these things will go on, and I know it will go on until somebody would say, hey, it's enough. And, there's a re education and reformation and reset of the Philippine Republic, these things will still be happening in the future. So stop the Dutertes, stop the Marcoses from from being in the government. Stop whoever is in a clan or identified to be in a clan. Stop them before they can take control of government. Stop by all means. Stop all of them. None. No Duterte is a good thing. No Duterte is. Even the INC is not a good thing. They are all corrupt. It's the Church of Manalo. It's not the Church of Christ. They follow Manalo instead of the church. I mean, the teachings of Christian teachings. So, you know, I was told once before that religion is a personal thing, but for the INC, they think that they're also that's their also their issue. They forgot about the separation of the church and the state. Okay, it's the murky line of delineation of the church and the state. The church should not be interfering with the issue of government. Well, what can they do? The government is corrupt, just like them. IS is corrupt. Everybody's corrupt. I don't believe that a sector like INC has a safe, or say for example, there's another church, hmm, the Kibuloy Church. That's also corrupt. And Kibuloy, who was he should be, I think he should rot in jail. He not only raped, he not only corrupted people, a human trafficker. He abused everything that he had in his power, including manipulation of the minds of people. He's a murderer. He is, a rapist. And I know that guy should burn in hell, even if his church or some people are proclaiming about his innocence and all that. He should be prosecuted both on earth and the life beyond him. He's have no good character, and uh, there's so many characters in the Philippines that needs to go. Uh, Harry Roque, Harry Roque should also be prosecuted. He's one hell of a damn lawyer. He knew that he's being prosecuted. You know how what they do? He answers it through social media or YouTube or whatever. What a dumbass! Why would you go to social media to address your case when you are being accused in court? That's silly and that's dumb. You don't go. I won't even mention a single thing if I were being prosecuted in in a because the more you talk in the media, the more, say for example, right now, the more you talk about your case, nobody cares about you. Just to let you know, nobody cares. So whatever you do, the only people that believes in you are those dumb ass followers that follow Duterte and all that. But for those people who are thinking and the Justice Department, whatever government it is, thinks that you're a dumbass. You're answering legal questions or matters that are in court in a social media manner. Think about this. You're immature. You should go back to where you came from. It's just like the half breed Sarah Duterte. She thinks that her father is more important than the government. So she goes back and forth, back and forth. It's as if she'll be able to do anything in there. Just wasting her time. She should be concentrating more in the Philippines and you know take the course of law according to what the prosecution or the case is going to be uh, heard and tried in the Netherlands. Not you going back and forth. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money, and you most of all, you're. I consider you as a non vice president. You are the vice president to your dad. That's it. You're not the vice president of the Filipino people. Yeah, and the corruption. Let's just say it's an art and a science in the Philippines. So the marcoses will go on doing this and that. Romualdez is a sick motherfucker. He's just a sick motherfucker. That Romualdez. He's an abnormal guy. He's a guy that does not know right from wrong. He thinks that he can manipulate people, and he thinks that he can bend the law according to his will. He already is caught red-handed stealing money, but look at that. He's still maneuvering himself in order for him to get out of it instead of getting rotting himself in jail. If I were the leader in the Philippines right now, things that will go are as follows: Marcos Jr. and his son, and everybody else that is in his entourage. They'll go. I don't care. I'm not going to kill them. No, but I will let them be reformed, be in a concentration camp for for reforms, and the Dutertes, all of them, because they are just a menace to the Philippine government, and for all their their supporters who would like to come and join this people in reform. I will reform them. I will reform a lot of people, including marcolation. That guy is also a sick guy. Marcolation. Who else is in there? You have Roque. You have Bantag. You have the guy Kibuloy. All this will be reformed. All this will be out. And oh, who else is the guy who killed the incoming governor in I forgot his name, but I can see his face. He became bald, and he should take the consequence. All of them are going to. I'll let them out as soon as they are reformed. I'll let them out, but in a sense, I'll stop them now because the first thing I would do in a government right now in the Philippines, I will form my own patriot. I will, I will, in a sense, all the departments, all departments are going to be suspended, and there will only be one uh, government entity that will function. That would be the Philippine Business Office, PBO. That will be everything will go through there. Money that comes in goes through there, not to the treasury, not to the central bank, or not the Department of Finance and all that. Nope, nope. Business office, and everything that goes out through the business office. Will be staffed by no nobody nobody to know. I will be staffed by patriots. No Duterte, no uh, Marcos, no Sotos, no Tulfos, nothing, nobody from any group will be in that. And then slowly but surely, I will form the government that is. There will only be the no the Supreme Court will be suspended. So the writ of habeas corpus will be suspended, and the rule of my militia will go on. Not the rule of the Philippine military, but my Philippine militia that I'm forming. They'll take charge, and the temporary charge in order to everything will be in order. There will be no Department of Defense, Education, public works, and all that. All of this are going to be suspended, as I said. And the first two government that I will install is the PBO, Philippine Business Office, and Department of the Poor. I don't know why I have to do that. Department of the Poor. That's it. Those two. and then the military will be uh, department, not defense, Department of Defense and Offense. Sorry, but that should be the word, Department of Defense and Offense. Fuck those who say that you can't do both. Those are the three main functions. And then after all these things are going to be set up, the time will come for us to do, well, what do you call that? One assembly of representatives. No party list, no nothing. Just you are in there because you care for the Philippines. All of you at one time will be participants. Nobody's above or beyond in that assembly. And from that, we will form the first, not a constitution, it's just the law of the land. And it will be comprehensive. That will be running through the test of time. But anyway, that's it for tonight. And I do excuse me for saying bad things, but that's what in my heart. And just hopefully this the third is get rid of all this, clans in politics in the Philippines. They're no good. It's a big setback for the Philippines. It's time and time again we always say, look at the surrounding countries that we have, like Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, all progressing except for us, the Philippines. I don't know why. Okay, let's go and end this. I'll see you again sometimes. Bye.